Alright, today I'm going to be getting into alchemy. This is just a video so that I can reflect back on it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. What is alchemy? Alchemy is the art of transformation. The work of the alchemist is to bring about succeeding changes in the material he operates on, transforming it from a gross, undefined state to a perfect and purified form. To turn base metals into gold is the simplest expression of this aim, and at the physical level, this involves chemical operations performed with laboratory equipment. However, this is only one dimension of alchemy, since the base material worked upon and the gold produced may also be understood as man himself in his quest to perfect his own nature. Mainstream alchemy is a discipline involving physical, psychological, and spiritual work. And if any one of these elements is taken out of context and said to represent the alchemical tradition, then the wholeness and true quality of alchemy are lost. For several reasons, it is not an easy tradition to understand. Firstly, the chief medium of alchemical expression is through the use of mythological symbols, which are the perfect means of conveying information that can be interpreted at both a material and spiritual level, but which defy a single and precise definition. They present similar problems to dreams, which can be interpreted successfully in several different ways. Secondly, alchemy's claims to produce extraordinary results in the physical world are hard to assess objectively. By the laws of science, as normally understood today, it is not possible to convert other metals into gold, except by nuclear fission. But since alchemy encompasses mental as well as physical participation, it invariably goes beyond the realms of material science and in its scope and may be able to produce effects on the physical level that cannot be accounted for by normal chemistry. Additionally, as we shall see, the gold produced is usually said to be quite different from ordinary gold. Thirdly, alchemy has a history stretching back for at least 2,000 years and has been practiced in Eastern Arabic and Western societies. It would be surprising indeed if it showed a uniform tradition of practice. Like any study, it has attracted many types of people with widely differing motivations. There have always been alchemists who were out-and-out materialists, greedy, to try and make themselves rich by mastering the secret of creating gold. Some merely gullible, others fraudulent, performing fake transmutations and getting their gold from the pockets of their spectators and prospective pupils rather than through any success in the laboratory. Even among the sincere and dedicated alchemists, the emphasis of approach could be very different. Some are interested more in the chemical techniques of alchemy, others in the philosophical aspects. Some saw alchemy as a path to the true meaning of Christianity, while others saw in it possibilities for producing subtle and potent medicines. The knowledge and aim that each practitioner brought to alchemy colored his attitude to it, and to some extent defined his mode of operation. There are certain keys, symbols, and processes in alchemy, but no two descriptions of it are identical, which has caused many a headache for those who try and trace its history and significance. Writers on alchemy, like the alchemists themselves, define the tradition from their own viewpoint and inclinations. This is inevitable. There is no such thing as an objective interpretation of alchemy. This should not pose a problem, provided that the reader realizes that a scientific, psychological, or spiritual training will undoubtedly create a different emphasis in a study of alchemy. Since alchemy contains all these dimensions, few of us are likely to be equally skilled and knowledgeable on all three levels, and our personal expertise and preference will determine our approach to alchemy and our insights into its operation. Taken at its most simple level, this means that a scientist will find alchemy of interest as a form of early chemistry. The psychologist will see it as a way of mapping the human psyche through symbolic descriptions, and the mystic will interpret it as a quest for divine knowledge. Most investigators of alchemy have produced fresh and interesting insights and interpretations. But it is worth remembering that every writer has limitations, leading us to a new and exciting viewpoint for the alchemical landscape. Perhaps, but often ignoring or dismissing certain key features of alchemy. C.G. Jung, the psychologist who did so much to bring the effectiveness of alchemical imagery to our attention, chose to reject the physical side of alchemy entirely. He admitted that alchemists did work in their laboratories, but stated dogmatically that the process never led to the desired goal and was pursued by the alchemists only because there was nothing at the time to convince him of the senselessness of his operations. Okay. So it's basically saying anybody trying to turn metals into gold didn't have any reference to feel like it was a ridiculous action. So that's interesting. I mean, now I feel like there's a little bit too much evidence to make you feel ridiculous for trying to do that, though. Let's see here. Lynn Thorndike, similarly, an able and meticulous historian who brought to light much fascinating material on alchemy, could not abide the use of symbol and myth in the alchemical texts, complaining that these allegories of the alchemists are insufferably tedious reading. Alchemy demands to be taken seriously. It has been practiced by men of distinction in the fields of philosophy, science, medicine, and divinity, who were inspired by its aims and who dedicated much time and material resources to its pursuit. In this book, I have attempted to give the tradition the respect that I feel it is due to it, but at the same time to highlight some of the problems of interpretation, inviting the reader to consider their implications rather than offering simple solutions that would not do justice to the questions raised. I am not a scientist. My own interest lies chiefly in the symbolical and spiritual areas of alchemy. And these receive more attention in this book than do the chemical realities of the laboratory. However, there are several good books that trace the scientific aspect of alchemy in greater detail, and the reader will find suggestions. This bibliography, page 143 for further reading. I think I'm just going to end the video here and just give you guys those books. That's really, that's that. I'm not going to give away the whole chapter in one video. Feel me. Feel me, feel me, feel me, feel me, yeah. Select bibliography. Key books for historical study. The Arts of the Alchemists by Weidenfeld and Nicholson, 1967. Alchemy by published by Pelican, 1957. Authored by E.J. Holmyard. The Origins of Alchemy in Greco-Roman Egypt, authored by Jack Lindsay, published by Frederick Muller, 1970. The Chemical Theater, written by Charles Nicholl, published by Routledge and Keegan Paul, 1980. Prelude to Chemistry, written by John Reed, produced by G. Bell and Sons, The Alchemist, written by F. Sherwood Taylor, published by Paladin in 1976. And let's see how many more books they're going to ask, because I'm going to just start showing it, making sure that you guys can get a clear view. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of these out. I'm not going to read all of these out, but I will show them to you. Okay. Alright, that's all I have for you guys today. And I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Alright. Peace out.